Hey guys, how's it going? It is that time again. It is Tuesday. I didn't get really to work on anything. Sadly, yesterday I was really hoping to. Um, but we're gonna look into trying to get that lobby menus set up so we can start getting to the prop hump and infected shooter. Before that, it is the first Tuesday of the month, and I didn't get a March update this week out for the guys who don't watch the stream, but I just because it's been really hectic. But I do hope to get an April one, hopefully. Um, Speaking of which, I do at some point have to check out the new items. Looks like there's still lots of stuff coming in. But for now, let's check out the new items for the month. And it always puts it into an external tab. And again, the when you click on the banner, it always pops out to an to Explorer and Explorer. It's just faster. For some reason, when you're trying to do things in the marketplace in the Epic Games launcher, it's incredibly slow and really buggy and leggy. Alright, so this week we have the Underwater World. 70 assets, just pretty much basic coral, a shark. I don't know if the shark is animated. I don't think so. It's kind of just a shark. You could probably get it animated yourself. See jellyfish and stuff. 70 things. Some rocks, some seaweed, just some stuff to add to an underwater. Some, like, ship parts and things. So we're going to add to cart. Get back here, back. This is just like a tempo map, pretty simple, good for isometrics and stuff. Not many. It says 54 textures, so like a lot of these objects are tiny and pretty good. It is scaled, so you don't have to use it as an isometric. So it's just like a little temple grounds, and this is what you see here. I like when they have this open picture, so you can kind of see what you're getting. Water, grounds. It's kind of like tiled. But yeah, we're gonna add that to cart. Now this is pretty good quality, and it's just like a sci-fi kind of. It says Star Station, but it could be like any kind of sci-fi underground tunnel, really, or bunker, or yeah, just a sci-fi area. Really, hallways and stuff like that. It says lumen, 142 meshes, so it's pretty good. Add that to cart. So this is a big ticket item here. The SeaWorld. I don't know if I would pay that much for the SeaWorld. This is just a little couple assets here. That's why it's cheap. This is all you see. Looks kind of low poly to me sometimes. But here it looks better in the pictures. But I've seen a couple people walk through. Watch some videos on it, and it looked kind of low poly when they walked through. Looked kind of cheese. Not too. Looks better in this picture though. It looks like you could add it to a house. And yeah, just house props are always nice. Now the big one I wanted to talk about, as you can see, it's favorited here. I was looking at this for a long time, just really considering buying it or not. It's just it's probably going to take a lot of work to use a product like this, and it's really hard to see from outside. And it does say it's only one blueprint, which makes me worried as well, for something like with the value of what was $161. But yeah, I was really lofty on trying to get it. A lot of his actual products are pretty sketch, and like you have to go to his site to pick up a lot of his stuff. And he does have one with biomes that works with biomes and everything like that. But again, you can't buy it on the Unreal Marketplace. You can only buy it from his site and stuff. So that's why I'm saying it seems kind of sketchy. But it seems like he has good reviews, but I'm not too sure. You could see how it doesn't do any landscape blending. So if you are randomizing different heights, they're just going to be kind of giant fall-offs. He's just on a cube here so you could see the distance. What this is good for is if you aren't using multiple different height layers and it's all one flat thing on the ground, it can be an endless world, which is pretty cool. And there's a couple other things that I have that I wanted to work with. But even then, I'll have to see how he does his documentation for his one blueprint. And if it is simple enough, I'm sure you could probably customize it for your needs. And now that it's free, it's pretty nice. So we will be able to just customize it to our needs, whatever our liking is. Now, it's been really good lately. Whenever they don't give us a free asset, permanently free asset, they've been coming up with really cool stuff. So last time they didn't give us a permanently free asset, they came out with a whole Wild West from Decagon set. And there was a ton of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, we're talking, like, 13 kits worth, or like a 6 kits, I think, worth of AAA quality. Like, each kit was pretty much worth, like, a free month of stuff, you know what I mean? So, it's a pretty big deal. So, hopefully they kind of do something like that. But yeah, usually they make one item that's going to be permanently free. It's not here. It will, if they do, they always do it mid-month, like a little bit later on in the month. But it will be in the month. So, we'll have to wait and see mid-month what we're going to get, if we're going to get a permanently free item. But yeah, then we're just going to go to cart here. So it's about $400 worth of stuff. We're at checkout. You just place order, and it shouldn't show any of my stuff. That's it. That's all. It's nice and simple. Boom. And if you do that now, you'll have all of those items forever in your vault of stuff in your library. And then, you know what I mean, they're only free for this month, from this April from this Tuesday to the next Tuesday. After that Tuesday, you're going to lose that stuff. So even people who are just considering maybe testing out or fooling around things, this is a good month to pick up that asset, where you can make some little endless world generator Minecraft thing if you wanted. Again, if you didn't mind doing blocks like this, an isometric, like, it doesn't have to be isometric, but those blocks that this kind of world is in, or like Minecraft specifically, it spawns endlessly, and you're gonna have different things that could go on that block. Instead of spawning a floor tile, I'm sure you could actually spawn a block instead, and you could just, instead of having a big squares, you could just do little squares and a ton of them. But yeah, to different sizes, right? Have some sort of kind of big randomly generated Minecraft world. But and then you could use heights and stuff, because it's all going to be that set square size that you set up. Alright. But yeah, that's it for the free for the month stuff. So we will close this because it is super heavy on the engine, actually. Oh, we should I should definitely test my sound. Hopefully that's, I wasn't talking for the whole video and didn't hear myself. I should definitely test my sound. Hopefully that's, I wasn't talking for the whole video and didn't hear myself. Okay, good. Imagine that, just talking the whole time, and no audio going through. Actually, oh, I somehow slid it back. I was like, I can actually hear myself. I don't want echoing going on. Alright, so what we were doing, we were here last, okay, and we were, yeah, so I'm just still on the off time that I had, the little off time I had, still trying to migrate assets over and rename them. So instead of porch AX3 corner, I will probably go with something more like just porch no A because A is 1 and 3x. That doesn't make any sense for what. I put 3M because I don't want to put 3 meters because that's what X is. Because X is standing for unreal measurements, and unreal measurements is using the metric system. So it's actually 1 meters. So this is 3 meters wide, and then this is a corner piece. So I'll just put corner here, and so I would want this just 3x corner. I'll just probably do 3x corner 2 instead of calling it in. It and so this one here is a bad example because it's actually not 3 meters. I don't know why I called it 3 meters, but each one of these squares is a meter. So let's close that guy, and we'll just do 3 meter porch. Right? We'll see how this guy looks. This guy is also not 3 meters by the looks of things. Oh, yeah, no, it's not 3 meters. Huh. So I'm not too sure why he's calling it 3 meter porches. I might actually just take the 3 meters out because that is deceptive. But if I go to architecture here and I choose something like foundation, he has 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 6 meter, right? So let's check on the 3 meter here. If you look, that perfectly lines up with the squares. This is actually 3 meters. And if you click on maybe the 2 meter, you'll see the same thing. It actually takes up exactly 2 of the squares because it's actually exactly 2 meters. And same with the 6 meters and the 1 meter, as you could expect. So this is exactly 6 meters wide, and the other one exactly 1 meter wide. So I actually assumed that these were actually by 3x, he meant 3 actual meters, but I now know that's not the case, so I'm not going to confuse people with 3 meters when it's not actually 3 meters. I'm just going to quickly rename these. It's like 2.5 meters. My thing updated or something confused me. We're just gonna call this the porch corner. So yep, copying these over, fixing the naming conventions, going in, putting my named materials in there, gutter warned, instead of exterior 5XTW gutter worn material instance. You know what I mean? Like, just renaming, getting everything super basic, super common. And that's what I'm just kind of sorting out. Well, I got my time so I could get rid of this atmosphere folder. But what we are doing now is we're going to go into finding home. We got our levels folder, and we are doing the lobby. And our goal is when we hit, so we'll save all these. Our goal is when we hit the tab button, we're going to pull up our menu system for choosing our worlds. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to go to, different modes and levels, and so we hit play. It should error. Huh. Not too sure why that's there. So again, you see in the bottom right hand corner it says tab for lobby menu, right? We hit tab for lobby menu, nothing's coming up. We hit tab again, and we're gonna hit close here, and we're gonna get a ton of errors, or some errors, because first it's looking for lobby blueprint, and we shouldn't be looking for lobby blueprint, because we should have all of our own stuff. We're not using any of his, so we don't want to be getting this lobby blueprint. We were getting this one. So lobby menu ref. Oh, these are methods. I'm like, what is going on? How come I can't find this thing? So, references. These are widget references, and we should have our lobby menu. So I grab that. We're going to add that to the viewport. We're going to set it to focus, which means we could clear these guys, move this down, and we could also clear this. We're going to neaten that up like that. Lobby HUD. Lobby HUD. We are getting our lobby HUD. We want to get our HUD on exposed spawn. So lobby menu, main menu, mode, game mode. Shouldn't need much with the game mode. That's a blueprint library. Might need that. Player control library. Probably don't need that. Probably don't need that. Probably don't need that. Lobby HUD. So, our HUD, we are going to create our widgets. And we now know that we have this lobby widget that we need. It's going to be the main widget. So, if we look at our main menu HUD and we look at our widgets, we're looking kind of just like our main menu widget here. This is kind of what we're expecting here. So we'll just take all this, we'll copy this, we'll kind of paste it into here. Might get some errors. Oh, nothing. Sweet. So first, get rid of this. Plug this into here. And we're going to create class, which is the where is that class? Did I accidentally close it? Lobby menu. This is the wrong one, I'm pretty sure. I want to kind of close that. Find home, UI, menus, game, lobby HUD, lobby menu. Let's open this. We still got to work on this guy here, it looks like. I ran out of time, I think. And that's where we were looking at a player list as well. So, I think we got our player list up to date. So, we will get rid of this. Oh, we gotta change up a lot of these guys too. So we gotta do map switcher. So then we have to go and look and edit the map switcher because we didn't do that yet. So map switcher, we gotta do F2 FH map switcher WBP, because it's a widget blueprint, and gotta make sure we have our stuff. Do we have a woodlands? We'll keep that picture for now until we get another picture. WB option switch. So option switcher, base option switcher. That was 2 and 7. So left and right 2 and top and bottom. Left and right 7, sorry, top and bottom 2. Just to make sure things fit properly here. We got it straight and centered. Centered. Our options are the same. So 304, 33, 33, 36. Oh, so this is 512, 33, 33, 36. So 512, 33, 36. Okay. Then, yeah, I think the rest are the same. Good. Border. I want to change this to base background. Hit Control Z, 2828, get Control Y. We do 128, 128, and we'll get rid of this guy here. Oops. You just called that map switcher. So we'll just call this FH map switcher. You got a graph. You have a couple methods here. Oop. So that's switcher size box. That's this here. So that's generic, so that's gonna do its thing anyway. Want to actually make that nice and lined up there. There we go. So, oh, Just want to kind of fix up this here. So yeah, we need this match box 3 fixed. 3 from the bottom. Go to setup. That's done. That's done. We go back to our group. We got select map. Okay. Available gameplay maps. Just maps. I knew I would have named it something simple. So. But in order to do that, we gotta break from maps. We're gonna do select option. And we're going to set a preview image. And yeah, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any problems here. Damn you, Duolingo, message me. This is pretty empty, so we should be able to get rid of that. Select options is a variable made here. We want to bring that down. Map name text. Go to designer. That is just a random text assigned. Or given, actually. We're getting it from here. And we're setting the text. Alright. It's just blank. We're also setting the image from our data table. Alright. And getting the switcher here, map switcher, widget base match switcher. So we want to grab this here and do set select options. Looks like it's the method we're grabbing here. And so we're going to put this in here, bring this up here, and this is our select option we have set earlier. And now we're going to go over here. Clearly, I guess he doesn't want this stuff to be in the 1, 2, 3 in the comment code for some reason. Since we've already changed that over, since that's by itself, we do that. We have some call delegate mode, and if it does have that, we're going to call on switch map. There we go. Compile and save. And that's that fixed. So now if we do go to the designer and we do take this out, we shouldn't have any errors. Oh, we do. Map switcher. Set map options. I missed that somehow. Oh, we have this extra method that's not being used within this widget, but I'm guessing it's getting used in exterior widget. That's fine. So we are going to get this, and we are going to get our options, and we are going to clear our options. We can get rid of that. We're going to grab this and throw it here. clear options. Just in case that. And we'll bring this over. So we could bring this here. We're going to want to bring that. Get gameplay maps. Again, it's just maps. It's such a long thing. But then we're going to have to do our own break because our break will be different. We're breaking our maps. We want to get rid of this, so we need our map name here. Now this is blank, so we could just stick this nice in here. And we want at least 3 down. 3 over. But we do want to be able to just stick this right here. In this case, we're going to have to go down, bring this here, and what we'll do is just do a quick Control D on these guys here. Control D, but just duplicate them. And we're going to bring these guys over here, and we're just going to hook that up there. And yeah. So now this guy isn't fully in the comment box, but it's really supposed to be a part of this comment box anyway, so yeah. If you drag this up, it'll leave those down behind, which is fine because it's supposed to go with this. Alright. Compliance switch. Ooh, what is this? Options switched. On options switched. Alright, so we're going to be grabbing this, scrolling down, and we're going to on options switch. And we're going to be selected option, and here. Get rid of that. Compile, save. And our map switcher is fixed. So we go back here. We got this thing. We're going to want to go to FH map switcher and drag that here. And now we're going to want to pretty much so selected map preview. We actually call it that, or yeah. Selected map preview. I'll call it FH for now. I think that's what I did with this here. I think I'm just going to actually take out the WB. This is the, because this isn't this needs a widget blueprint, but this is just saying what it is in the thing. So let's so we don't want to show map switcher. That's all there is to it. That's pretty simple. We're gonna have to go into the graph and kind of check some things out though before we start taking things out. So what is this? This is as my GameStop lobby. That's fine. Close that. Close that. This is my player character. Close that. Close that. So I was probably looking into this at one point and then we just ran out of time. What? What? This is a big nay-nay. We will fix this. So this is a user widget. Does the user widget need the lobby character specifically? What's in those methods? This is getting the game settings. Cast a WB widget game switcher. Game mode switcher. So we need to make our own one of these for sure. Whoa. WB game settings switcher. Well, looks like I might have been actually on this and got sidetracked again. Tooltip is fine. Copy. This is the FH one. Paste. Now we got the 7 options. 2. So we're going to put 2 there. Where I need an on option switched. Plug that into there. I guess slot that into there. And we will kill that guy. So it looks just like a lot like the other one. Tooltip. Tooltip. Struct tooltip. Do we have our own struct for that? Yeah, FH tooltip. It's just pretty blank. Just a thing. So variables. We'll add tool tip. Actually, we'll do capital T. I don't know if tooltip is one word. So FH tool tip. We'll grab that. We will break the tooltip. We will connect that, 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 and that. Leaving this empty, leaving this empty, and now we could kind of fit this in nicely. And then this is going to our tooltip widget, which is good. Our tooltip reference, which is good. So that's done. So graph setup, set tooltip is done. So close that. We go back to our setup. Set option visibility, game mode switcher, basic game mode switcher, ability. Actually, kind of tidy this up a bit. There we go. Save. And again, I'm pretty sure we're done with the switcher, so we can close this again. So we're done with this options, so we just got the setup, clear, game mode switcher, which is ours. Game setting text, which is just the text. Game name setting text. Yeah, okay. It's just that text block, which is just a basic text box. And we're getting our FH options again. And we're just returning, so this setup is done. Looks like it. Game mode switcher. Set selected option. Are these named the exact same thing? Oh, mine has no spaces. If I go back to the designer. Yeah, okay. That's how it's kind of named the same thing. It isn't named the same thing. It's just mine doesn't have spaces, but because it auto knows that if you don't have spaces and you have a capital, that you meant to space it, but you're trying to save room and characters. Like a good boy. So it spaces it for you on the node. Alright. Just nice and tight in there. And lobby info. Lobby menu. Ref. Find. It is getting it when you make it. Okay, we are going to need our menu. So, add new variable. That is a lobby menu ref. The new variable we just added needs to be an FH lobby menu reference. There we go. What do you call it? Lobby ref menu reference. And just like him, we're going to expose it. And we're going to get it and convert it to a valid get just like he does. And we're going to go on switched game mode settings, or yeah, on switched game mode settings. Bring this down. We're gonna duplicate this return node. It's just not valid, we're just gonna return. Yeah, there's a comment. Forward the on switch. Forward that setting have switched by calling the on switched function. A little bit more detailed comments if we're doing comments. Otherwise, don't do the comments. There we go. Just like the other one, it might have some other functions that aren't being used. So that was the one we did. This is the visibility one we did. Setup we did. And lastly, set tooltip we also did. Alright, so there's nothing more for it that I can see. So let's just take this out, and there we go. But we have a base background here. Okay, we do want to horizontal box do like, we'll open this padding here, like 50, I guess. 30. We'll do 50. Bring it in a bit. There we go. Alright. I'll save. So I think the game settings is good to go. Well, we're gonna have to add our game settings to these guys here. So FH game settings switcher. That's what these are. So I'm going to drag these guys in here. And we'll drag about 3 of them in here. And there is no real difference here. We're just showing 3. Oh, we didn't kill our lobby ref. So let's actually go back and get that up. We want to make sure we kill our lobby reference. How do we pull that up for? Do we just search it through here? Anyway, UI, menus. This is our game. Settings switcher. We want to now get rid of this and still see if it compiles. And we want to get rid of this. WB tooltip. We want to get rid of this as well. So then we have FH. Oh. No, that's the tooltip ref. I wanna... It's binding somewhere. This blueprint. Image. In the designer, is my tooltip. Compile, there's no error. Hmm. Let me see. So yeah, if we delete this here, which says it has no references, tooltip widget delegate. Binding for tooltip widget. info, image, create binding, Control Z, Control Z. So it's not bound. That info message is not bound. Where is he binding it? The actual blueprint itself? You know what? I think this is the case of an exterior problem. So let's go back to the graph and we will take this out. We will have this error. We'll find out where it is setting that widget. Probably in here somewhere. Sorta. Alright, I'm gonna save. I'm getting a graphics glitch. I just updated my graphics card too because I hadn't got that graphics glitch in a while. And so I thought I was done with those graphics glitches. And then now, I think, because I've been doing a lot of right clicking to check out for those blueprints and stuff, it's just came back. So every time I right click, I could see it in the stream, but I can't see it on my side. It just shows like this weird black box where I know there should be options, and I look on the stream and I can see all the options available to me, but that's only on the OBS. For some reason on my main monitor it's just some fuzzy box, some black box with no options there, so I can't see what I'm clicking. Excuse me, and it's just really annoying to constantly have to look at the. So we'll close the message log, so that stuff's popping up. We'll minimize these folders here. I was hoping most of the stuff was already done, so we could just like quickly get along with making this menu. But should have expected that this is probably the problem. So yeah, let's just get rid of this because on the exterior side it doesn't look like there's anything. And we'll also compile select preview, and we will get are set map. Oh. Map switcher. Alright, so I guess it's just another map switcher. So FH map switcher. And this is the actual map switcher. We'll just kill this for now. Other than the naming, there's not much difference there. No. On map switcher. And we'll also take out that compile. And we'll go here. And so we'll go to our map switcher. And set map options. And preview map switcher, and we'll hook up the map and throw this in here instead. So get set map selected, set map selected, just hooked up maps, that's it. Okay. Delegate is nothing. Since there's nothing to test, we can get rid of this. And that's it. So, since there's no more errors, we'll go back to renaming these guys the basics. Just selected map and map switcher. Alright. Still has this error. Like I said, there's nothing preset for this guy. So don't know why he is complaining. Script UMV widget. Tooltip widget delegate. On here we go. Widget tooltip. There we go. Yeah, because it used tooltip reference is the reference. Alright. Oh, that's fixed. We are on definitely onto this guy now. Let's do the event graph. I'll start from here, try to fix things up again. Oh yeah, we got that annoying cast. Get current game mode. References FH base game mode object reference. Name this as FH base as our base game mode reference. We're going to grab this. We're going to see if this has current game doesn't have settings. The reason why is I'm going to make a macro library for this, but I don't want to make a macro library for every type of user widget. So I'm trying to think of how often wait. I can just pass it. So first we want to make FH lobby menu widget. And this menu widget is going to have a reference lobby HUD. And it's going to be exposed. We're going to call it lobby ref HUD. And we are going to have these guys because I am getting the lobby versions of everything. So we're going to refresh. Oh. So this is exposed on spawn. And we are actually going to expose all of these guys on spawn because I guess we need them. We're gonna just delete this guy. Is he still out there? We hit the delete button. Is he still out there? No, we took him out. Okay, that's still there. So this is instance editable on spawn. We're gonna compile this and save this. Now we're gonna go back to this guy. And we're gonna refresh this guy. And bam, we have a lot. So we are, in this case, I'm just going to break these up. We're gonna get owning player controller. And we are actually going to get all of these in the HUD class. So in the event grass, we are getting the lobby player controller. So, for example, we are going to get the lobby player controller and put that in there. But we are also going to get the rest. So, and we are going to promote this to a variable and call it lobby menu ref. And since this is of the base class, it has this auto into it. We delete that. We're going to add to active widgets. We're going to set to viewport. And here we are going to get owning player controller again. I just had it the once last time, but we have this big blueprint that we're going to have to deal with. And we are probably going to have more than one menu in this player class at some point. And so we'll continue on from there afterwards. So, but I'm going to need the lobby game state. So, in the HUD, to add a macro, do we have any of the other one? Game state, game controller. So this has the game state. This has the lobby player state. So should be able to copy that. And this is an integer, and it's player index. But we might be able to get player controller actually. So we'll do player controller. And we'll do, this is get player state. Oh. To get lobby player state. The second one is a float, and it'll be timeout. And the last one will be in exe, and we'll 1, 2, 3. We'll just space that, and then we'll drag that to the top. This will be lined up there, and this will be here. Really? And bring this in, I think. Bring this back. Something like that. And for here, we want valid, failed, and this is FH lobby player state. Lobby ref player state. We'll just drag that right across. If it's ran out of time, it's good. This is just right across, but we also don't like the space, so we will bring this in. There we go. So, if we go to here and we move this over and we get player, get lobby, player state, because I think that's one of the references we need. Yep. Then we are going to go here and pop that into there. We're going to break that. Timeout again. And we might actually set up a timeout time. So let's do that. We'll promote just to variable. We'll compile that, and this variable, we'll get rid of this advance, it's 10 seconds. We'll duplicate, and that way we can quickly change that whenever we go to change the variable. And we'll also promote this to a variable, call it lobby reference. And now we go back into here and we have our, lastly, we have our game state. And for some reason, in the other macro libraries, we don't have a game state here. I think this, and we don't have a game state here for some reason. So we're gonna go. We're gonna have to. We'll just copy maybe the player state here, and we'll do plus. We'll do get lobby game state, and we'll paste this in here, and it'll just be some slight edits. So first this gotta go, and we're going to be casting to FH lobby game state, and this is going to require a game state class, so we're going to get game state, which is just actually just a node. We should just plug that in here, plug that in here, get our failed in here, and now we should kind of be able to get rid of this. We'll leave these nodes here for now, and just like before, we're going to do our plus plus. This one being a float, call that time out. And this one being an exe, and we're just going to double click, erase that, then we're going to drag this up, put that in there, drop that in there, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, valid, and we're going to do failed, and changing this to fh lobby game state object, and do lobby ref game state. And that way it spaces it out like that nicely. Drag that, lock that in there, drag that, lock that in there, bring that up, move this over, and this is going to have to go into here, which we can then get rid of these two. Bring this down there, bring this down to there. There we go. Nice, clean. Try multiple times, get our lobby game state. Save that. We're going to go to our HUD class now. We're going to go back to our event. Slide this over. Get lobby game state. Timeout is our nice timeout variable. Nice and tight. Again, we'll promote this to a variable. We're going to take away the spaces here, because it will still leave the spaces. I'll make sure it's not going to fail. We'll attach this now. And there we got most of our things. And here we're going to get our lobby game state. Hook it in there, and performance wise, that means there's no additional casts or anything for this guy. The only one that's casting and holding on to stuff is the HUD, and it's doing it once. So we are going to say create lobby menu widget. Now, when we create the lobby menu widget, we pull it up. So when we go to here, we don't need to initiate these casts. Don't have any risks of anything. Delete all this, and we go to event. We can just take this out. And yeah, we'll have to get rid of those. So widget switcher name is widget switcher. Widget switcher is just an actual widget switcher. There's no special things to that. So we'll keep that just the way it is. And we're just setting it's on the construction. That's fine. This we're just toggling our launch, which again we're using our lobby ones, which is fine. Our lobby one. Call in our lobby player state. This is bad. It's on client. We're casting on clients. Just an indie game. It's just sitting there ready toggle. When parents begin play. But still, we're not going to have our lobby game state and stuff. It really just wants to get this method. It's getting the player controller. Getting this player controller. I think we could be getting this in the event graph. Like the begin play. All right. Got sidetracked. What are we up to? We are doing the menu. It's launching that from the player state. Sure. These are just swapping on the menu switcher. And this is not right. We want to get ours. And we want to cast our children. So that seems about it. So FH game settings switcher. We're doing an add here. And we are make game mode settings. What is this? For S game mode settings. Are we getting it in? Load game, local game mode settings. This is hit local game mode settings. Is that a variable here? Where are we getting this local game mode settings? Oh. FH game mode settings. We want this to be an array. Call it local game mode setting. And then we'll change this here to 1T. We'll change this to S. Oh, grab. We'll clear. So it doesn't matter if this was set before or not. Even if the person didn't pull this from somewhere, we're clearing it. Then we are duplicating local game mode settings. We are adding, and we are going to make game mode settings. This we're gonna put up here, move this here. Even slide that like right here. But the reason why we're not is because we're getting options name as tight as we can. Putting that to the setting name. And we're getting the selected option. Put it in the selected setting name. Then we could drop this down a little bit. And don't think we'll be able to squeeze that in. No, we can. Squeeze it right there. So this is no longer attached to something. We can kill it. This could be killed. 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 And we are going to get our game state, and we're gonna set our game mode settings. Set current game mode settings with notify upon completion, and we're going to get our game notify settings. Still gotta go through, I guess, the lobby game modes, like the game state and the player state, apparently. Because the player state, like I said, we have all those casts. We want to get rid of those casts. Mm. So, we want to hit the plus. Bring this into game settings. We're going to do current game mode settings. And we're going to do on notify. That creates a method. And so we're going to go into current game mode, and we're going to need to copy something like this here. We don't like this. Again, just like the player controller, we're doing casts all over the place. But it's, again, it's okay. Control C, and we will go to here, Control V, cast to our player controller. I have to go here and change this to FH game mode settings. Does this have an on notify as well? Functions. I don't see any on notify functions. So if we go to our references, lobby settings, there's no on notify, so we should be able to just change this to FH game mode settings. And have a little bit less problems here. This is probably why there's so many things broken. We gotta fix a lot of this stuff up. So refresh now. There we go. Compile here. PC is calling FH lobby. Sure. Set game settings. So yeah, this is my lobby reference version. So set game mode settings. Set game mode settings. Gotta touch this. What? Oh my god. FH game mode settings. We're gonna have to do for each loop, because that breaks instantly when you go to, because that's specific to the old game mode settings, and yeah, we'll have to fix that. So Yeah. Scroll box. Control Z actually. Control Z. Just want to confirm that it's just complete that goes there. And then this just goes there. And create a remote node here. So we know where that goes. And just that's right back to the lobby menu. But now we should be able to fix this guy. Oh, there's gonna be things broken everywhere. Now we can fix that guy. Slot that in here. Slot that in here. We can delete this, which means we can delete that. That will fix itself. Keep a file. Yes. I think I was going to do that so I could eliminate one thing and close this, but this is the very first tab, so I'm guessing we still need this. Because it is a lobby player character. We will be back to this guy. So let's start on the most outer one. There is problems here. And this guy here is the on notify. Right? Yeah. And what about this guy? Well, this guy's good to go, so we can just save him. So it's just this guy and then this guy. Alright. So. Oh, I'm getting a graphic. Oh. Whoa. Oh, that's not good. I think it was just 2 blueprints that didn't save. I think it's been a long time since you guys seen a crash on stream, so that's pretty good. I guess it's saved, because we still have these errors. That's good. Alright, so we should be able to just swing that in there. Should be able to just swing that. Oh. This local, what is this local? This local's wrong. That's why. Locals here. We'll add. We'll do FH game mode settings. We'll call it. So we do the space anyway. Local current game mode settings. Well, still gotta give us the space. We gotta do it here then. Alright. Get. Yeah, we're gonna clear it again. So, control, drag that. Do clear. do game. Do I not have an available game modes? Let's save that for now. It's going to give me a game mode structure like that. So I won't be able to use my settings and add it, because this will be the wrong struct. So I'll just be sending it an empty one. But now I'll have to remember to kind of quit game instance. Come on, don't tell me my game instant class doesn't even have that. Find home, systems, game instance. It is FH game mode settings. Current map. Those are just names, so not structures. There we go. Now we can save this guy. No more errors. We will have to come back and fix a lot of these states. So when we go to our level, because we crashed, so we have to go back to it. We go to our lobby level. We're on HUD, so that's why we do it. But yeah, we did have to fix these guys. But it makes sense. We're just on the HUD, so once we get all that stuff fixed. So we're looking at our HUD, and I said our HUD's missing some stuff. Right now we just have the lobby game mode, and we're giving it all of the references it's requiring to access all the different things. Like how many players there are, if the player's ready, and all that different stuff from different things, from like the player states, and stuff. Alright, let's and obviously the first menu in the game HUD is this, and we have some problemos. So again, we're not going to call this. Yeah, we're just going to call it game setting switchers. Two. Three. Again, I don't see any changes or anything. I don't see any changes or anything. So we're just going to actually delete these guys. Go to graph, where I compile. No problemos. Alright. What was going on here? As lobby, still have the wrong thing completely here. So we need to, what is this? Oh, so this guy definitely didn't save. Oh, local? What? Oh, I was looking for this here. Well, again, we're gonna do local game mode settings. We're gonna do FH game mode settings. Now we could change this to an array. We're gonna compile and save. So it is Tuesday. So I won't see you guys again until Sunday, but we will pretty much be just picking up right from where we left off. Like I said, I'll probably be doing the clearing. If I get time to work on some code, I'll probably be just trying to clear out the atmospheric house. So I won't be touching. We want array. There we go. So I won't be touching this until we come back, sadly, and we will keep on from where we're going here. Scroll box is just a generic scroll box. Game settings, scroll box. Yeah, game settings, scroll box. It's just a generic scroll box. It's just this scroll box here. So that's fine. We won't be changing this array, which leaves that all the same. In the elements of the array, we will just be casting to FH game setting switchers instead, because that's actually what we have in there is FH game setting switchers. So we will do that. Again, I'm not too sure how these casts are. Options. Get options name. We're gonna get this here. We're going to add, and we're going to make, and we're going to set that in there. We changed this up already. Yep. So move this out of the way, move this out of the way, move this out of the way. We can move these two out of the way pretty much. We can bring in ours. So this name, we're going to want tightened as tight as possible. And we're also going to want this selected option. Get selected option. Nice and tight in. And bring it down a bit so we have room for our list that we're going to add to. Since we're not using this anymore, we can get rid of it, which means that's empty, then these two are empty, leave that empty, and that's done. On completed, we want to get our FH setting modes, and we want to get our lobby. Which is this lobby here, and we want to current game mode, set current game mode settings with notify, and now we finally have that link up. We want enough room to be able to set this return node in there. We could probably put it right there actually. And this is not being used anymore, which means this guy's not being used, this guy's not being used. There we go. Bring this down. 3 from the bottom, 3 from the side. And like I said, this is where we're going to be picking up again, going through. Got the game menus in. We're going to be looking at all the different other things. Game menu we need. Right now, I think it's just really the actual game menu HUD, which has a lot of the stuff in it. So I think that's all the lobby HUD really needs right now. It's just a game menu HUD. We will have like character creator, and when we add all the stuff or character stuff in, we will be adding more to the lobby HUD. But right now, we just want to make sure we can get the lobby HUD, this lobby menu working, so we could actually launch to one of our game modes and have that working. And then we're going to get each of our game modes kind of working and tested it here. And that's the goal as soon as possible, so I can save a backup of this and have a good starting point for each time. Alright, but it's after 11 o'clock. Thank you guys so much for watching stream and checking out and learning with me. If there's any information you need, again, always drop a comment or information in the YouTube comment section below or on the Discord, or like I said, a lot of the people who do watch these videos know me personally, so just hit me up. And again, we'll go over anything that you guys need. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a good one. Ciao.